What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Visions podcast. In person this time.
The one, the only.
The one, the only. I didn't say it that time. It's so weird.
Man?
Like, our faces.
Yeah, I can see him right here.
I shouldn't touch my face because COVID, but like we've been quarantining, so don't worry.
We're safe.
Yeah.
But this is our first video that we'll be putting up, hopefully here, and
if you're seeing it, we made it.
yeah, we did it. But right now, just to set the scene, we have the campfire about 6 inches from us.
Yep.
You can probably hear it, and then we've got the computer on my right.
We have a lantern.
We've got a Himalayan salt lamp, if I can lift it up.
Some candles for the back.
Some calendars. Yeah. But yeah, and we, of course, got the mic, but we're up north here, north of Highway 8.
Yeah, audio is probably not going to be the greatest as normal, but we're sharing a mic, so it makes it way easier for us, which is great.
You'll hear some background noises, but just don't worry about it, because we're up north. That's how it is.
Also, quick tip for Dakota and I, we're going to be looking at the lens, like right there, instead of the screen. Obviously screen as well, but anyway, we're going to look directly at you. Wait, hold on, let's just 3, 2, 1.
Perfect. I love it. I'm excited.
Me too.
So, I guess we can start with our first, just kind of what we're doing up here and why we're here.
So, when did we talk about this?
So I think
like 2 days before.
If we think about it, what day did we come up? Sunday.
Yeah. So we came up
Saturday.
Sunday.
I asked you, and you were like,
"Let's do it."
Let's do it. So we planned for this to work on Sunday, and Wesley actually was waiting for a package to come in the mail.
Yeah, which is actually on the camera. So here's the deal. For those of you that are interested in camera gear, we're recording this on my camera. It's the Sony a6400, and it's amazing. Like, it's a beast of a camera for such a good price. It's like half the price of the full frames. It's not full frame, but that's the only really downside of it.
Yeah, it's what we use for all of our photos at this point, and
pretty much
filming, which we'll talk about in a little bit as well.
And if you guys follow us on Instagram, you know what we're talking about. But for those of you that don't,
check it out. Please do.
Yeah, at WestPop and at Dakota.Nyberg. And at Visions Podcast. Here we are. But the piece I ordered, it's like a battery grip. So for those of you that are familiar with cameras, it's like the the newer Canon models, like the 1DX Mark III and stuff. They have that grip that's just with it. The Sony cameras, they don't really have like a grip that comes with the camera. We should probably be looking at each other. We don't know where to look. We're just like,
it's new. It's all new to us.
All new. But it's like a battery grip that you attach, but the way that it was here, I'm gonna do a demonstration.
Yeah.
So if this is the grip and the camera is what we're using to charge the camera right now. So here's the camera, because it's basically the same size but a little bit bigger. The grip would just go on, and here, hold up the thing again.
Yeah.
Let's say this is an adapter piece. It would actually go right there, but we didn't know how to get it out. But the door for the thing, or the actual camera, we didn't know how to close it, or how to take it off, that is.
So yeah, the little grip, it has to plug into the camera through the camera door, which doesn't come off on the Sony.
So
what you have.
I emailed B&H, which is where I ordered it from, and then they gave me like a specific company, and turns out we literally just had to pull a little harder, and we didn't want to like break it, but I was like so fed up because it was like 3 days. We already got all of our filming done.
Yeah, dude,
so annoying.
We unscrewed the entire thing trying to figure this out, and it looked like there was wires attached and things. So we were like, we can't pull that out.
Yeah, and then in the middle, I don't even know when.
We were driving. We were just driving one day. He's on the phone with this dude, and he's like, "Yeah, you can just pull that thing out, man. Just pull it out.
Try it. Right out.
So
we're using it now, which is good. I didn't want to have to return that and then wait another eternity.
That would be fun.
Yeah. So we started with that. But the reason I wanted to bring the battery grip for this trip, do we want to mention where we are, or keep a secret? Does it really matter?
We're near
northern
Shell Lake.
Yeah, northern Wisconsin.
In that area, if you know where that is. And yeah, so we kind of, what we were saying is it was very spontaneous.
Yeah, like completely out of the blue, which brings us to a topic.
Yes, absolutely.
Should we talk about it? Yes. So
yeah.
To start off, again, we had no real direction, no planning, anything. We were just doing it day by day. So we got there Sunday night.
Yep.
And we were like, okay, where do we want to go?
We looked around on the internet for a while, and we're like, what do we do? And I'm like, oh, Superior, it's like an hour and a half drive, so let's just go there.
Mm-hmm.
So, we drove up to Superior, and...
Wait, there's a mosquito.
A moth?
A mothman.
Dude,
Wait.
watch out for Mothman. Get him!
I think I got him. Anyway, that's probably really loud. Sorry, audio listeners. For audio listeners, probably like, what is going on?
Yeah, if you're listening to just the audio, check out the video too.
Oh, these moths are getting me.
Anyways, we drove up to Superior, and we kind of filmed a little bit, just some random shots, but we didn't do a ton that day. We drove up. What did we do that day?
Let's see. So we went to Wisconsin Point. It was mostly
that's
a photo.
right.
That's a big moth. Oh my gosh.
Wesley?
Yes. That's a moth.
We're doing a podcast.
I don't hate bugs, but they're really.
It's kind of
annoying.
disgusting, but
I'm just
okay.
gonna.
So,
Got him.
we went up and we did we did mostly photos that day. Wisconsin Point, that was cool. It took us a while to find the right spot, but
Yeah. It was really cool.
it was kind of just like almost like a pier, all the way to a little lighthouse dealio, and it was kind of cool. So we took a bunch of pictures there, and then we drove a little farther into Duluth, where we just took some pictures, walked around, and we decided to feed seagulls.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Tell you what, Patreon.
Yes.
We'll put that clip in there
Yeah,
because
let's
we were
show you all
gonna
that.
we were gonna put it in this film that we keep hinting at that you've probably already seen by now because it's out today. It's Friday.
Mhm.
Well, actually no. Now it's Saturday. It's 12:05 midnight, and yeah. So we did that Saturday. We came back. We also took some car photos and stuff. That's on Dakota's Instagram.
But
And
that was just a photo day. We just kind of had fun. So that was cool.
Mhm.
And I think coming back that day, we felt pretty accomplished. It felt really good.
yeah, but that was just day one. We have been
day
here.
2 was what? Well,
That was the big day.
yeah, that would have been
Big day. So
Monday, right?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yep, because we came up Sunday night, and then Monday was.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So what we did, again, no plan really until the morning because we were still trying to figure it out.
We had no idea what we were doing, honestly. I messaged a couple people. We called a buddy of mine who's probably listening, and we were like, "Oh, yo, is there places up here that's cool? Like, what's going on?" And
Actually, we can mention who that is because he was on the podcast.
yeah, Joe Yucatil. I think that's how you say your last name. I
He's
kinda
based in
forget.
Shell Lake, right next to where we are. So
yeah, that was
shout
cool.
out to Joe.
And we eventually decided to drive 2.5 hours up to Tedaguchi State Park, which
Gorgeous, just
beautiful.
magnificent.
But it was quite the drive, and we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah, so it was. Well, we started. Did we start? No, we made a bunch of stops, but the main goal was there, and then
Yeah,
the Black
and
Sand
then the
Beach,
Black
which is
Sand
another
Beach.
part.
So-
So it was like a 4-hour drive.
I
Roughly,
think honestly
with stops.
we ended up driving for 4 hours up there.
Just up. Back was easier because it was direct, but
Yeah.
we wanted to like also stop places and
Yeah,
take
be
photos.
spontaneous. Like
Yep.
that's kind of what we're doing here. That was this whole trip's
Mhm.
focus, and we drove up. Honestly, we just made a bunch of stops. Like some places, Gooseberry Falls in particular,
We were
super
gonna go
crowded.
there. It's way
We
too many
didn't want to
people.
go. It's with the pandemic going
on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like club going up on a Tuesday,
Honestly.
I guess. But
But
yeah.
we eventually made it to Tedaguchi at what, like 4:20?
Yeah, at
we made it
4:20.
at
That
4:20.
was the joke about it.
And
we filmed all the way there.
Oh,
and
yes.
We didn't really have a direction for it.
so we just filmed random clips. We got some clips of me filling up gas and just dumb stuff like that.
Mhm.
But filmed some in the car things, just driving, and eventually we got to Tedaguchi, which was super, just gorgeous.
Like words can't describe that day in general. That
It
we're
was a
talking
good
about.
day.
So we got there. We did a lot of like filming. Like for me, I was primarily doing the filming bit, and then editing we kind of split 50-50.
Mhm.
It was like a lot of like POV type stuff, because we didn't have GoPros and we didn't have our drone, and so it was more handheld. So we went for more of like I guess like not like super cinematic look, but more like
something
raw and
casual.
like real.
Yeah,
If that makes
exactly.
sense.
Um,
Especially like with a time like this, like there's just been so many crazy things happening.
and there's so much negativity. We
a
wanted
lot
to
of negativity,
just
especially in
film
the
some-
media, and so having
Right.
more like positive vibes. You know, obviously, too much of one thing is a bad thing. And so, like, throwing in a little bit of positivity in there.
I think that, I mean, we were just having it was a good day. We filmed it.
Yep.
And I think that was the best thing that we could have done in this time because we came up with something super cool.
Yeah. We're very proud of it.
So cool. I'm so happy with it. But, yeah, so we made it to Tedeguchi at 4:20, like we said, and we walked down to the falls, which was basically the big attraction there, and we spent a good two hours.
Bro, these
2.5.
moths. Keep talking.
We spent a good 2.5 hours there, and the falls was just gorgeous. Like, we didn't even expect there to be a waterfall, but it was called the High Falls, and
Today or?
No,
I'm getting sidetracked.
Tedeguchi. Oh,
We've also got some Cheez-Its.
And Tedeguchi, yeah, there was a waterfall, and we were like, you know what, man, that's cool. And gosh, if you haven't seen the film yet, just pause this right now and go check it out because it's so beautiful.
Especially if you're really like stuck in this rut of a pandemic of just doing the same thing over and over to where the days just kind of blend in.
Yeah,
that's part of what we wanted. So
to kind of inspire a little bit and just like. Yeah, happy vibes, man. Like
for real, like we need more positivity in this world.
Absolutely.
Anyways, with that, you know, now that you've watched the video, and if you haven't, pause. I know you, Karen.
Come on,
Karen, I'm watching you. I know you're gonna complain about Starbucks, but we've already covered this with Mark. Anyways, if you watch the video to the end, you know we have a little vlog section, and then there's the credits, and the title is revealed at the end, and it's in the IGTV as well, but. We want to just break that down, kind of how we interpret it. So the word reinvigorate.
It's a verb. It means give new energy to, or give new energy or strength to.
So it's almost like refreshing yourself, which goes back to what we're talking about of really just stopping doing like the exact same thing over and over. Like try something new, because you never know.
Yeah, like kind of what we said. A couple things that happened. We had another buddy up, Ari Silver, who was also on the podcast, and.
Love that man.
If we didn't give him a call and say, hey, come on up, none of the hanging out with him would have happened, and that was another really good wholesome vibe.
And we'll get more into that, but back to Tedeguchi. So we went there, we hammocked at the bottom of the falls. Bro, there was another photographer there. We didn't say hi because of COVID and stuff.
Yeah, but there was a photographer. I think
his
they
girlfriend
were
or wife
filming another person, girlfriend or wife, like playing something.
It was like a flute, but it had three. And then we did the same motion. We like went,
and it was wooden. It was like wooden. It was like
and
three recorders stuck together.
I think she filled it up with river water as well.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's why it made such a different noise. It was pretty.
But it was gorgeous. You could hear it honestly from the whole park. We heard it back almost all the way back to the car.
It was amazing.
But yeah, we hammocked down there for a little while. We ate lunch, and we headed back up. And then that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
At this point, it was, 6 or 7? Maybe
around
8?
That, yeah. Oh, actually, we should also mention, before that day, so we're going back, well, I guess technically Tuesday at like 2 or 3 in the morning, we also went up and shot photos of the stars and...
The Milky Way. We got
the Milky Way. Like, I actually
shots.
got it for once. For me, I've never gotten that, and it's just great. But for all you photographers, literally...
It's just...
long exposure, lowest ISO you can, and lowest f-stop, and then literally just like manual focus, find a star that's really bright and get it in focus and put it like a 2-second timer on it so that you don't bump it on a tripod, and that's it.
Yeah.
anyways,
but
a lot of words.
Yeah, so around 7 maybe we headed to the Black Sand Beach, and we actually found a new area.
Gray Sand Beach.
The Gray Sand Beach. It wasn't called the Gray Sand Beach. It didn't have a name, but we found it and we named it. So
I almost
if you ever
died.
go there,
I almost died.
Yeah,
and
you'll
it's
see
in
that
the
in the film as well. So
there was a part where I was filming Dakota, and he was like a little bit of ways, and we were on like the edge of like a cliff kind of thing, and then there's water.
It wasn't like it was a spot that you wouldn't walk. It was a spot
trail,
that people
but
walked, but not like. It wasn't where everybody went,
right.
You know.
It was like people have made that over time.
Yeah.
And I was filming, thankfully, because it was funny. And so on one side was like a 70-foot drop
to the
maybe,
water.
No, less than that, like
it
60,
wasn't
50.
That big, yeah.
But definitely could have at least injured myself or possibly died if I landed on my head. Because it's just water and rocks that are like right here. Anyways,
on the other side, you know, it's just like
this is so nice to use our hands.
It's
very
so
like
nice, yeah.
I talk with my hands and do gesture. Anyways,
This is new. It's exciting.
it's great.
But yeah, Wesley fell, and I went to grab his camera, and
Instead of me.
yeah, because you know that's what you would have wanted.
Yep. Very true.
But yeah, we walked up there and just overlooked the entire area. It was just gorgeous. We moved on to
the black sand beach.
yeah, to the black sand beach for a little while, and we got some shots there. I tried to do a handstand. Owen tried to do a backflip. I tried to do a backflip. Didn't work.
You almost face planted
Yeah.
a couple times.
That is true. But
It was great.
yeah, we took some shots there. It was kind of cool. I took some black sand from the black sand beach, and we went back to the gray sand beach, in which we called it, and had a little fire.
Yeah, it was good.
So we just had a fire there. Honestly, it felt like a dream, like the song
Like,
says,
truly,
man.
Honestly, you know, the other thing too, for those of you that, you know, maybe find inspiration in this, that's the goal, is to just inspire people with this film and our next ones coming up. Like, the gear we used, like, yes, we have this nice camera, but if I didn't have that, we could use your phone even. Like,
Honestly,
there's a couple
some of the
clips
shots were
with
on
his
my
iPhone.
yep.
So the other
It's
thing,
honestly all you need.
yeah, the other thing too, like, if you're looking to get into this stuff, you know, and obviously we're not like professionals by any
No
means,
way.
no. Like, we're just getting started. We're just in a position where we can get some nicer gear. Did you just knock
I
over the
dropped-
Cheez-Its?
I dropped the Cheez-Its. I saw
Again?
Owen moving around, Owen's putting on logs. He's helping the backlight
Yeah,
a little
shout out
bit
to
for
Owen.
us.
Owen really helped us
Come
out.
on over.
Say hi. Yeah, just go
Get
back
in the
here.
shot, yeah.
There's a table here, but we can move it. This is Owen, everybody.
My little brother, he's great.
Behind
Love
the
him.
scenes.
There he is.
Incoming
Hey.
freshman at
Yeah.
RFHS.
But he's been with us throughout the whole thing too, so that was really cool.
Do you have any words of wisdom for the podcast?
Don't do drugs.
There you go.
He says don't do drugs. There you are. Thank you, Owen.
Woo.
Keeping the fire rolling. You can see it's brighter already.
Yeah, so what were we talking? I got sidetracked.
Yeah, me too.
It happens all the time.
But
Let's see, Black Sand Beaches.
yeah, we just had the fire. It felt like a dream, like inspiring people, and just laying there,
Right,
just
yeah.
watching
Okay.
the fire and seeing.
Now
it
I
just
remember.
felt so good.
Yeah, so like if you're looking to get into this stuff, but you're not, like, you don't own like a bunch of fancy gear. We don't either, but like just to put in perspective, we had a gimbal, which
It's
you can
borrowed.
get. Yep, it's borrowed. That's the other thing too. Like, renting gear is a lot cheaper. You could rent a Red camera nowadays for like $100 for a day. If you didn't know that, like 8K quality.
Wow.
I don't know what I would need it for right now,
No,
but eventually
That's cool.
we'll get there. But for now, like, I've been borrowing gear from the high school. Actually, they've just allowed me to use it, and then I just swap it around, and it's been good. But like, if you're looking to get into this stuff, build connections with people.
Yep.
Like, for him, you've got your drone and your iPhone and other stuff that you can sync up. All of this was done on his MacBook while we're traveling. I don't own a MacBook yet.
Yeah,
And
the
so-
whole film was put together
Mhm.
like remote. We
Like-
were all on my MacBook and my hard drive. That's all we had.
Yeah, just use your connections. Everybody has something that you can borrow, and you have something
Yeah,
that they can.
absolutely. I mean, even just like knowledge. Everybody.
Yep. Back to the Feast
Yeah,
Project,
every
which, by the
single
way,
person. We'll get
um,
back to
yeah,
next week.
this is a break.
Yeah,
because we needed a break.
something
We
new.
needed to switch it up, reinvigorate. You know. So.
But yeah, like every single person has something that they know
Mhm.
that can help you that you don't know.
Yeah.
So allowing people to tell their story and listen.
Yep.
But what's next? What's next?
Yeah. Well, I mean, going into that, I guess, like, this is our version of, you know, we've had the Feast Project now. I think we're on like episode 6 or 7 now, which is crazy.
pretty far in.
Like, we're almost 20 episodes into the
It's-
podcast,
it's
and it's
so
been
cool.
like 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
No, 3 months. That's crazy. Less than 3. March 24th. That was the first episode. Day before my 18th.
I
And
love
here we
that.
are. I already forgot what I was saying.
Dude, I don't remember either.
It's been such a weird trip, dude.
Also, it's
like,
late.
Okay,
Like-
we're gonna note I have the lens cap on the table because I've lost the lens cap on this trip, you guys. Like,
At least 10 times, dude.
more than that. Yeah, it's crazy.
Every time he takes it off. Oh, where's the lens cap, man?
Yep.
It's in your pocket?
It's ridiculous. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, we finished all the filming, but it was like a 2.5 hour drive and we got done around like 10 o'clock, so we got home around midnight.
Well, yeah, I mean, we ended up like sitting at the fire until almost 10, and we didn't realize because it got light so late.
Yeah, that's the other. It's been so weird. Like it's like 9 p.m. and it's like broad daylight, and we're just like, do we go to bed? Do we wait?
It doesn't feel like it's time to do nighttime stuff until it gets dark, and by the time it gets dark, we're doing a podcast at midnight. But yeah, we drove back, and it was a long drive.
It was.
I've been driving a lot too this whole trip, and it was a long drive, but we toughed it out. We listened to some jams, and
which, by the way, honestly, you guys, we've been listening to the same like 3 playlists over and over.
We need
if you have any new music,
please
drop it down. I don't know if this is going on YouTube, IGTV, whatever it is, either messages, anything, because we need some new stuff. We've got some good playlists, which also, if you want, I mean, not Patreon because it's public, but
yeah, I mean, anyway, just find our Spotify.
We need new music.
Yeah,
we need some new jams.
But
what else? So that was Tuesday, and then Wednesday
all day we spent 14 hours.
11:30 a.m.
until, I mean,
2
like
a.m.
1 a.m. 2
a.m. Yeah,
something
with
like
a
that.
1 hour break in between.
We took a couple 5-minute breaks, but honestly, we spent like 8 hours at a time just going at the project. Wesley did a lot of the putting the clips together. I mean, we were both there through the whole thing, giving advice and things because we couldn't do it without the other.
Yeah, and for Dakota, it was his first time using Premiere for like a whole project.
Yeah, it was.
Big steps.
Big new things.
Proud.
But Wesley did a lot of the putting the clips together and some of the transitions, which was cool.
Yeah.
And then I did a lot of the sound design and color corrections, which there wasn't a lot of color corrections because of your picture profiles.
I didn't shoot in S-Log or HLG or anything just because I don't have any LUTs, and I just don't. It's a different era of just technology that I want to learn. But for the sake of the trip and wanting to get out a message versus visually appealing, I think the message is more important.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found the song. It's Coastline by Hollow Coves. Shout out to Hollow Coves. If you guys find this somehow,
perfectly.
It was pristine.
It was absolutely perfect. Yeah, that song's been stuck in my head. Like even the other film that we worked on, the little edit.
Yeah,
Return.
Shout out to Justin Stone if you're listening. Love to have you on the podcast, by the way. I think we already reached out and you're down, but we'll get there for the Feast project.
Yeah, but even that song, like I couldn't listen to it after doing that project. But this one, it's just so good.
It resonated better.
Yeah, well, I think it just matched, and we had a lot more
visuals and
more
emotions.
Part of the project with Inside Our Hearts there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because Return was more a test trial of learning a couple of Premiere techniques and just applying them into a small little edit.
Just to see what you could do.
Yeah. But now we're getting not more serious, but more.
We're just doing more. We're exploring things.
Exactly.
It's so cool. I'm just so excited about it. It's just so cool.
Dude, we've been geeking out all day. We were with Ari this morning. Before we left, we got some coffee.
When we uploaded it. That was today, dude?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Well, yesterday now.
Yeah, so we went to the public library in Shell Lake to try and upload it because there's no service here. And we sat outside the library and we pressed upload and we're just sitting there and I bumped the thing, I'm sorry. We're just sitting there and my heart's racing.
Dude, we're just shaking. We're this is crazy.
Stomach is churning and it's uploading and I'm getting excited about it again too now.
Dude, and so far the reaction, because we're putting it on both of our Instagrams for now.
We just want to get stuff out. We might in the future do a combined Instagram.
Yep.
That's a whole different thing.
Maybe another podcast or maybe not. I don't know. But the whole point of it is really just to get it out there.
We want people to see it.
Dude, the response has been amazing from you guys.
It's so cool. Thank you, honestly. Thank you so much. If you were one of them who commented, liked, or even just watched it. Yeah. It's so cool to see that it's cool to see the numbers stack up. It's not about the numbers, it's just about the people that are impacted by that.
Yeah, it's not so much the numbers of the views or anything like that. The amount of people that have reached out to us and said hey, this really hit me in a different way.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fulfilling
Because
as a creator.
I mean, I know that's what I personally want to do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
my goal in life, it's super deep, and it's
Campfire talks.
Yeah, it's campfire talks, exactly. But yeah, my goal, like my whole life's goal, is to, first of all, change the world. And I know that seems like crazy, but I know I can do it in one way or another. And second, just like impacting as many people as I can in a positive way. And I know I've tried to do that before.
Keep going.
And I have been doing that. I think I have. And I just think this film was really cool. Hoping that it impacts some people, even enough to...
I got the moth.
I hope it impacts people even enough to just, like, go out in nature and do something. I've actually had a couple people message me today, and they were like, yo, I'm headed up to this place tomorrow because, you know, you inspired me to do that, which was super cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Which, on another note, you know, that's great. If you guys are, like, enjoying this so far, like, video, you know, maybe you're listening to audio now, but you come back to this, we'd love to, especially when this pandemic is over. We're going to be up here for the 4th, so we might do a part 2.
We should.
Definitely. And we'll have a couple of other people that we've been on and off quarantining with.
Yeah.
It could be fun. But if you enjoy video as well...
I'm enjoying it already. I can see myself as perfect.
It's great. It's also just fun to, like, set up lights and all of that stuff.
Honestly, yeah, this whole setup is super cool. I've just posted a picture of it to my Instagram, and you might see it, but we'll put something up on Visions as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool.
Yeah, anyways, what else to talk about? So we had Wednesday, we kind of just edited, like, all day. And then Thursday, that was technically 2 days ago, but yesterday, Ari came over. Oh, yeah, we should talk about, so we're in, like, a kind of a campsite area. And you guys have, like, a golf cart.
Ah.
And so it was Dakota, Owen, Ari, and I. Dakota and I, we were riding in the back, and we, again, being spontaneous, it wasn't a crazy thing, but
we just jumped off, you know.
And they didn't even notice.
So we hid before they looked back and noticed we were gone, and I don't know, it went on for what, a half hour? We walked around,
at least.
Just waiting for them to come back around so we could jump back on.
We really wanted to just freak them out, so we went to, they have like a playground, but it's all abandoned because it was late. But there was one singular light, and it made it literally look like something out of a horror movie. And so we, like, waited for them, and we got on our knees. We got on our knees
Put
and
our
started
hoods up
playing.
just like this.
Yeah, we did one of those, you know?
And then we just passed the ball back and forth, waiting. And a bunch of kids came up.
And they thought we were kids until we stood up, and they're like, whoa. I got insulted by a probably 9-year-old kid.
Yeah, he called you short.
No, he called me short man. Right?
Short man. Yeah. This is short man. The 6'6" short man.
Short man, everybody. Oh, and I just bumped the table. Sorry, audio and video.
That's okay. It's wobbly. It's new. It's different.
Wobble.
We're learning.
We're making it through.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are making it through all of this as well.
Yeah. It's tough, but I think what's really nice about it is it does, like Ari was saying, it does give us a chance to actually go outside and do more things.
Yeah.
Like, it's tough when it's raining or snowing, even for that matter, like with this kind of stuff going on, to go out and do things now. But I think that it just pushes us to go and take advantage of those days that are sunny out, you know?
Yeah, it really just gives you a new, like, appreciation for, like, the little things that normally are just, like, they go by you take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something as simple as, like, having a bonfire with people and not having to worry about a pandemic.
No phone, no service,
no
like, issues. Like,
I have limited data, and I've literally been using Dakota's phone, like, on and off.
But we barely, not even, like, I'm sure my screen time is like an hour.
If less.
If that, yeah.
Might be even less, yeah. It's crazy.
It's nice. It's really refreshing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's been good. What else to talk about? So we had that. Again, no plan, spontaneous. Tonight we were like, yo, we should record a podcast with video and see what happens.
Yeah, we just, literally 5 minutes before we started this, we grabbed the camera and we set it up. I guess we could talk about spontaneity. Oh yeah, Owen's putting on another log.
ASMR, everybody.
Perfect. Thank you, Owen.
Shout out to Owen, everybody. Give him a round of applause.
Oh, he got smoke in his eyes.
Oh, no.
But, yeah, spontaneity. I feel like we kind of talked some things through, and we'll talk about those another time because it's still in the making. But we kind of talked about how, like, spontaneity, it's a huge thing in some people's lives, and then other people it's not quite, and I just think it's important.
Yeah, like
Sometimes
there's a time and a place to, have a planned out type thing, but at the same time there are also a lot of instances where you wouldn't necessarily need to plan it, and sometimes not being sure like of what's going to happen in itself will make the experience better for you and whoever's around you.
Just like this whole trip, and that kind of goes to show, like, yeah, spontaneity. Be spontaneous. Say yes to that thing.
Yes theory.
Yeah.
Shout out to yes theory.
But, yeah, and that's another thing that I've been kind of thinking about lately. I know there was a couple of times that Wesley asked me to hang out, and it was later, or, like, one specific time I hung out at Wesley's with some other people, and it was
shout
a
out,
really
shout out to
good
Emily
night.
and Ifu, and who else was there?
Emily, Ifu.
Ian. Shout out to Ian, man. Was there anyone else?
It was a good time. I don't remember, honestly.
It was around.
I think that was it.
We actually, that's a funny story. We have a digital piano at our house. You hook up like an iPad to it, and my brother, shout out to Brandon if you're listening, he set up "My Heart Will Go On," like the Titanic theme song. And I found my really old recorder from like 4th grade, and I just went ham, and it was the funniest thing. Like, dude, that was such a good night.
Got videos of that. That was funny, man.
Yeah. For those of you that have like Switches, dude, Jackbox.
Oh.
It's like a party game.
It's a good game.
You use your phone. It's kind of like Kahoot, in trivia sense, but there's other games and stuff too.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's definitely a good party game. I've been looking at getting something like that.
Yeah. What have you guys been playing?
Yeah.
Let us know. Anyways. Oh, what else?
Well, I mean,
we're at about 30-ish minutes now.
About that, yeah.
I think we keep going.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, if you're listening now, you're probably like, yo, I want longer podcasts. But, like, I don't know. Depends on if we're prepared a little bit.
It's tough. Yeah, but, I mean, what else do we have to talk about?
Well, for one thing, with this whole Feast project, we're taking a break now. We're probably going to swing back. Well, we might do another one of these before we hump back in because 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
But one thing I've been thinking a lot about, in the last, like, month or two even, is getting a tattoo of the word listen, and I want to, like, break it down because I think it's just really cool. So I kind of connect it with the Feast project, being, like, it's, like, the concept of kind of staying in your lane, and really just, like, focusing on other people versus yourself. Like, obviously, take care of yourself, that's not what I'm saying, but more so, also, there's an ATV they're going across, so I apologize.
That's a car.
That's a big ATV then. But it's more like the concept of, if you're still writing your story, like, we're literally fresh out of high school. We have a whole life ahead of us.
Oh, yeah. So much so.
We just finished the intro, not even chapter 1. Finding people that have careers and lives that you want at some point, and listening to them and hearing them out, hearing their advice. That's like the first side of, the word listen. Like, it's just so important because you learn so much from other people along with yourself, and it kind of goes hand in hand with each other, and sometimes it's even a trade-off. Like, you listen to them and you're like, yo, you throw in a little idea and they're like, I never would have thought of that. Which goes back to, like, the video. Like, we had a bunch of opportunities where I had no idea what to do in, like, a section, and Dakota would be like, yo, what if we do this? And then we do, and it's just amazing.
It's just about
and vice
working together
versa.
with people.
Collaborate. Use those connections.
Collaborate. And how's the song go?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a song, collaborate and listen, or something.
Yeah. Anyways, and then the other kind of side of it, with it being, listening to people, kind of connects to the abstract podcast about not, like, completely shutting out certain, perspectives or genres of music, for example, like mumble rap, which it's mumble rap. It gets a lot of hate. I don't personally support it. But that's just an example. But like, if you, how do I explain this? Like, I'm blanking here, but more, it's late, guys. If you can't tell.
What is it? I don't even have my phone on.
It is 12:35. But
12:35.
I guess it's more. Dude, I'm so out of it. Hold on. Let me think for a second. Collect myself. You talk for a sec.
I don't have anything to say, man.
Well,
I'm just enjoying the whole vibe.
Yeah, no, it's a good vibe. The stars are out. It's just amazing.
Pretty.
Oh man. Oh, okay. Like, it's like the concept of listening and entertaining every perspective. Like, if there's a cube and each side is a like point of view on a subject, instead of trying to outwardly speak your point of view, listening to everyone else's and like truly like flipping the cube so you see all sides of an argument or an opinion or anything, then you have all the information. You can take that in and reevaluate if you need to. That way it's like the most educated kind of thing. So yeah, I think it'd be cool. If you're wondering, I'd probably get it either like right. Oh, here, we'll do it this way. Okay, wait, you got it. Hi. Probably like either like right around here,
Which
or
for the
just on my
listeners
wrist.
on the
Probably
podcast
not
who
this
aren't
one.
seeing the video, like
So
under
like
his
below
wrist.
my thumb, like that meaty section, but not like on your palm, on the side, either there or like right on the wrist. Just the word "listen" in like a typewriter font with a period at the end is kind of what we're going for.
I can definitely see that.
I don't know when it'll happen, but it's gonna happen. So.
Yeah, I like that whole philosophy. I like a lot of the philosophies that we talk about.
Have you ever thought about a tattoo?
I don't know yet.
That's okay.
It's a
very permanent thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It'd have to be something
meaningful.
Meaningful. If I were to get one at all. So
Makes sense.
We'll see.
So no like face tat, like you don't want like a Gucci Mane like
arms, everything. The sleeve.
I mean,
both
a sleeve,
sleeves.
honestly.
Both legs.
One day. Both legs.
All of the body. That's it.
How about just like one peck? Imagine.
Oh my gosh.
What if it's a really bad tattoo? Like, what do you think the worst tattoo you've seen on someone is? I saw one.
Oh, dude.
A friend of mine, like, it's a funny tattoo, but it's such a bad tattoo. A friend of mine, he's getting a tattoo on his right butt cheek.
What?
The gluten-free, like, food label. So that.
That's so dumb.
I saw that one. I saw one where a dude, he had one on his, like, leg, like this. Oh, and I also just got you because this is below the waist. But he had that, and he showed a cop, and he got a ticket for it. So it was pretty great.
That's just dumb.
Yeah. What about you? What's your worst tattoo you've seen?
The worst tattoo I've seen? I don't know. I don't really pay that much attention to them, honestly.
Yeah. They do fade away, to be honest, which sucks. I don't know if you guys heard that.
Door.
There are a lot of people out tonight. It's a Friday.
Yeah. It's a good vibe, though. I love it here.
Yeah.
It's so nice. It's calming.
Mm-hmm.
We were driving around today on the golf cart.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a little PA system on it.
We should talk about that.
And we're driving. And we're like, we just drive by some people, you know, and we're just thinking, man, how funny would it be if we just drove by this dude who's playing cornhole and we said, Sir,
Here,
we're gonna have to stop you. Yeah.
Here. So we had our intercom sound kind of sounded like this, like a little bit muffled. And we're like, sir, this is a no cornhole zone. We're gonna have to ask you to put the beanbags down.
They all laughed.
And they were.
It was so good.
So intoxicated, and it was hilarious.
It's funny. What did we do? We did one. We drove by someone on a golf cart, and we were like, "Sir, this is a no golf karting zone."
It was pretty great.
Yeah, but just fun things like that.
Again, it just goes back to, you know, the little moments that you just take for granted, you know, in a time like this. It really just shows, like, man, there's a lot of things that you don't really have access to anymore, or at least as frequently.
Yeah. Well, hopefully things go back soon.
Yeah, fingers crossed. If anything, we keep talking about 2021. It's gonna be a crazy year.
Well, even economically, like it's just gonna boom.
Everybody's gonna come out of this so strong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both took a sip at the same time.
Yep.
good Gatorade. Good Gatorade.
Dude, shout out to Gatorade. Sponsor us.
To Gatorade.
I'll take a sponsor.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's a lot to ponder. I think we talked about a lot.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely.
lot to just take in and think about. If you're listening to this late at night, that's the perfect time.
Yeah. Slap on some headphones, listen to the fire. Let's just have like a 10-second fire ASMR. Hold on, for real, ready? That's a bug. Wait, I'm gonna...
No, just let it ASMR.
I'm sorry. Oh, no, there's a dog.
Okay, now we have a dog. All right,
Chopper.
full of distractions here, but yeah,
Oh,
I mean.
also, there's a salt lamp.
I showed the salt lamp already.
You did?
Yeah, yep.
On camera?
Yep, on camera.
I'm gonna lick the salt lamp.
Okay, you can lift the salt
Actually, no. Should I?
Ooh.
That's horribly dirty. I'm gonna put it down. Oh, actually, hold it like right here.
If I don't think I can pull it that far.
We can.
We're hooked up to it. Oh,
I
don't
didn't
lick
lick
it.
I
Don't
didn't
lick
lick
it.
it. I didn't lick it.
Does it taste like salt?
I didn't actually lick it.
But yeah, I say we.
I smell it though. I don't
Yep.
smell it. I don't smell anything
don't-
right
yeah,
now
yeah.
because I'm. Anyway.
But yeah, a lot to take in. So
This podcast is dying.
yeah. Well, see
We're
you
at
next
about
time.
40 minutes. We just ended there.
That's it? We're
No,
done?
no,
Yeah,
don't
we're
end
done.
it. Don't end it. No. We gotta do a proper outro.
Ready? Ready?
No, hold on. We gotta talk about some stuff first.
We talked about everything.
Why are you whispering?
We don't want them to
Wait,
hear.
hold on. Okay, so
Oh no, I gotta
last
go back
thing,
to
you
my nice
guys.
color.
Yeah, thank you. Chopper's here. He's supporting the gang.
Obviously.
Chopper's Dakota's golden retriever. He's like my golden retriever, but better. Actually, I'm
Wait
not-
a sec. That was mean. Don't talk to Kelvin like
I
that.
love you, Calvin, but you smell. I was talking about Sadie. Dude, Sadie,
Crazy
she
dog,
walks
crazy
the
dog.
walk, but she does not talk. Or no. She talks the talk.
But she does not walk the walk.
Oh, she will bark all
Oh
day,
my
but you
gosh.
take one step and she's like,
She's
"I'm
gone.
out."
She's
Mm-mm.
out. Yep.
Mm-mm.
No.
Anyways, I was gonna mention something, but I don't remember what it was. So, if I remember it, it'll be on the Patreon. But
Yeah.
like, it's not even gonna be a big deal because I don't think it was.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well.
we'll probably do another one of these next week for the 4th. We'll have
Yeah,
some
we'll have a couple
outfits,
people.
and yeah, it should be pretty good. So if you guys enjoyed this, leave a like, a comment, whatever platform this is on.
yeah, if
Share
it's
it.
on YouTube, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we'd love to get this on YouTube, full everything.
Yeah, in general. But
Yeah.
thank you guys.
So with that, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Bye.
Cheez-Its.